different kinds of rafts. This lovely heap of rubber is Darth Maul. We will now go through the process of unrolling Darth Maul and setting him up. Our boats have 5 valves. There's 2 in the back, 2 in the front, and 1 on the floor. For a tutorial on how to blow up a raft, check out this video. Before starting your rigging process, do a knee test. It's a simple way to ensure that your boat is stiff, but still gives a little. When the boat first hits the water causes the air inside of the boat to compress, which causes the boat to deflate. You may notice throughout the day, as the sunlight hits your boat, the air inside expands and causes your boat to inflate again. Everything in front of me is included in an outdoor program boat rental. This is your table. 4 1-foot straps are included to rig your table. This lovely heavy-duty cooler will also be included in your rental. 2 cooler drops are for rigging your cooler. 1 dry box is included in your rental. The cooler and the dry box take 2 6-foot loop straps each for cinching down. 3 oars are included. 1 is a spare. There are 2 6-foot loop straps for your oar leashes. An extra male end of a loop strap is included for your spare. 2 4-foot straps are for strapping the spare oar to the side of the boat. As a courtesy, a throw bag and 2 flip lines are included in the rental. This is Darth Maul's repair kit. It is normal for your boat to slowly deflate through the portion of your trip, so we include a pump for topping off. 4 of the 4-foot straps are to rig the frame to the boat. Chilly. At the front of the boat, or the bow, you will find a bow line. Some of our bow lines are in bags connected to the front of the boat, and some are tied directly to the D-ring. First step of rigging is to match the front of the frame to the front of the boat. To understand the front of the frame, it is important to understand the compartments and what goes in each compartment. This compartment is meant for the table. This compartment is meant for the cooler, and the compartment in the back is meant for the dry box. The dry box is to be sat on when you are rowing, so you have full access to the cooler and a good sitting spot for the table at the front. Remember, the front of the frame has 2 compartments. Once you have the frame correctly oriented, you are ready to start rigging. First thing we are going to do is rig the frame to the boat using our 4-foot straps. Set the 4-foot strap with the buckle on the frame. This is just to help you orient the strap correctly. Take the end of the strap and put it through the D-ring. Then, take the end of the strap and feed it around the buckle end and down. Then push it back up through the D-ring and behind the buckle end and pull all the way through. I like to adjust my buckle so that the stitching is right above the D-ring. Next, cooler drops. Loosely cam the cooler drops into place. You are making a cradle for the cooler, so they do not need to be too tight. Your cooler drops should be fairly far apart to support the cooler as a cradle.
Cooler!
Put your cooler into frame. Always a good idea to orient the cooler towards the captain. It's always a good idea to have the dry box opening toward the captain's head. This is also the captain's chair. Keep in mind, there are no dry box drops. Instead, we have these hefty little tabs that sit on the frame. Table. The table makes a great seat for your passengers at the front of the boat. all the big components are on the boat, it's time to strap them down. Each of the 1-foot straps goes through one of the 4 outer holes on the table. To strap on the tables, take the 1-foot cam straps, go through the table, around the frame, and back through the cam. 2 6-foot loop straps go over the cooler, and 2 6-foot loop straps go over the dry box. Take the female end and put the loop around the frame. Pull the buckle back through the loop and set it on the dry box. Now, take the male end and put the loop around the frame and pull the male end back through the loop. Now, the male and female end are ready to meet in the middle. When you're ready, tighten the straps.
Oars!
Oars go in the oar tower. Make sure the male end of the loop strap is underneath the oar tower. This part of the loop strap is going to connect to this part of the loop strap. This part of the loop strap is going to connect through the frame. Keep this loose. This is just in case your oar floats away. At this point, the only straps you should have left are 2 fat 4s. These are for the spare oar. In the case that you do need to use your spare oar, we girth each of these onto the frame so that there's no chance that you lose the strap. The spare oar goes in the slings you just made and underneath the oar leash. Once your oar is in place, you can tighten the spare oar straps. In case something happens where you lose an oar. In that case, we keep a spare right here, easy to unstrap and get to quickly to put back in the case of trouble in a rapid. Flip blinds. I recommend that these go on the other side of the boat that your spare oar is on. Just like the loop straps, we're going to put the loop under the frame. It's okay to push down on the boat a little here to get the loop around the frame. And then pull the flip line through that loop and then adjust it. Same with this one. A throw bag is also included in our rentals. I like to either clip it somewhere in my captain's pit or give it to one of my riders in front. A repair kit is also included. You can put this somewhere in the boat and tie it off, or put it in your dry box. The only component you may want to adjust is the foot bar. Every other piece on the frame is in its correct orientation. Adjust the foot bar. Go ahead and open your repair kit, grab your T-tool, and use this socket. When you get your tool out, it's a good idea to close your repair kit so you don't spill everything anywhere in the process of doing things. Okay. After your foot bar is loosened, go ahead and move it to where you'd like it. Make sure to tighten the nuts equally. Now that your boat is rigged, you're ready to get out there and get on the river.